on to our next story about Ole Miss removing the state flag. Well, the student representatives have finally succumbed to outside pressures and voted to take down this flag of the state that gives them the very funding to take around that flag. Student senators voted 33 to 15 with one abstention last week to ask the school administration to furl the banner. University of Mississippi Police Department officers lowered and furled the state flag in the Lyceum Circle ceremony as the campus opened this morning, according to a school statement. The university continued to say that the flag will be preserved in the university archives along with resolutions from students, faculty, and staff calling for its removal. So they mean to tell me that the current state flag will be preserved in the archives? It is not a historical flag, it is the current state flag that, need I remind you, the voters of this state voted in nearly 2-1. The vote by the Ole Miss student senators follows a decision by Alderman in Oxford to also remove the flag, who also gets, once again, state money. Now there's numerous Mississippi cities are doing this, Macon, Columbus, Grenada, just to name a few. This all comes, of course, after the shooting in Charleston. Now, also we have a bunch of other universities who are doing it, including Jackson State, Mississippi Valley State, and Mississippi State. However, I think it's time for the legislature to grow up here and take some action. When you have these so-called activists calling on the Army to change the names of some of its bases, such as Fort Hood and Fort Polk, which are named after notorious Confederate generals, they had a simple response: no. And that was the end of it. But here we let this issue fester, and all it does is create division and hatred among the citizens, as we talked about last week. It is time to put a stop to this. The legislature needs to pass a law that states that any city or state institution who refuses to fly the state flag does not receive state money. Watch how fast Mississippi flags will be springing up then. I bet Ole Miss would even start selling t-shirts about how great the flag is and how it represents Mississippi heritage. All these universities and city officials care about is money. And whoever holds the key to their coffers holds the power. If Mississippi voters voted a new flag, then all cities and institutions should be required to take down the old flag and instill the new ones. But unless that happens, the current state flag should fly to any city or government institution that receives state money. If the Mississippi taxpayers pay your bills, you should respect what they want and fly their flag. And as the good Forrest Gump says, that's about all I have to say about that. I'm honestly almost sick of talking about this issue and almost in the amount of disrespect that some of these cities and institutions have for Mississippians. Now, that's all I'm going to say on that issue. Like I said,